Greetings, this is another collective message. Lost and insecure, you found me, lying on the floor. Okay, someone here's a mess, Their heart is a mess. Everything in them is a mess. And it's funny because this person can think that they're really like masculine, macho man. I want to be a macho man, but he's not. You know why? Because by the law of nature, masculine means to take action. And this man is not taking action. He wants women to chase him. Plus, he has so many women on him. Why would he even go out there and pursue anything when he has DMs a million long of all these people that want him? Well, because, dude, you don't want any of those girls because they're taking action towards you, which means they're masculine and now you're feminine. You're the bish. You little bish. Little bish. Little bish. A bish. A bish. I'm hearing little bish. That's a song. But seriously, because hear me out. Masculine energy, I'm not talking about what's between the legs. Masculine energy is to take action. Pounce. It's to do. It's a do. It's active. Feminine energy is passive. It's to receive. Yes or no. It's actually more powerful because she decides, she rejects the other. Feminine, in nature, the feminine energy has always decided to reject or accept the masculine energy. And that is the most potent thing possible because the male, his only choice is if he's going to put himself in the position to be rejected in the first place. He's either going to put himself in the position to be rejected or he's not. He doesn't actually get the say because feminine energy by nature receives, absorbs, or it says no. And masculine energy is the one that penetrates by nature. The masculine energy penetrates, okay? It puts it in, it does action. And the feminine energy receives the penetration or it doesn't, okay? So there is something going on here where there's a masculine man. He might have a lot of money. He might have all these things, but he is a girl. He is a bish. You know why? Because is he actually going out and pursuing and really taking action? No, he's being a little bish. He's settling with his whatever thing, which he's not super happy with, but it's okay. So he's not going to end it now because they maybe have like a platform together, a job together, a business together, a baby together, home together. There's some perks, but he has a list, a roster of what he would go towards if he and that thing didn't actually make it. So you are already out of it. And the guy's like, no, because I didn't cheat. But when you already have a roster of what you would go after if you weren't in this commitment, yeah. You've already emotionally cheated. You're already checked out. And something is happening in broad daylight, okay? So that's the message. That's the collective message. It's in broad daylight. Something is going to be happening in broad daylight. You're going to see it. They're going to see it. The neighbors are going to see it. The cat next door is going to see it. Everyone's going to see it. Something's happening in broad daylight, okay? I was hearing in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. So someone here could have a Doberman, a boxer, a little dog with a nubby tail. I don't know. Something's going to happen quick. I was also hearing your love was handmade for somebody like me. You know, that's the song, I'm in love with the shape of you. Someone here is in love with the shape of you. They love your shape, your size, and all your seasons. Someone here needs to get to know their own seasons. We all have cycles. Little quote out to go check out German New Medicine. It's a fabulous, fabulous therapy method. Our genes, you know, our gene expression is really responsible for if certain things happen to our immune system, our bodies, or not. And we can biohack ourselves in ways to understand probabilities and to you know, we can steer the river of life in the direction we desire. And it's easier to do that when in German New Medicine, you understand what your core wounds are and what your year cycles are, how many cycles, how many years, and all of that. So check out German New Medicine. Okay, 2 shanks of a lamb's tail. Someone here could like lamb shakes, eating lamb chops, chop suey. Someone here feels like chop suey. I was hearing Shawshank Redemption, so someone here could feel like they're in jail in their current situation. I was hearing Sixth Sense, and then I was hearing someone, you paint with all the colors of the wind. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? You can paint with all the colors of the wind. Or someone else sees you as someone, wow, they really paint with all the colors of the wind. And when you're gone, colors seem to fade. That's a song by Amos Lee, Colors. So someone here, when you're gone, all the colors fade. And then when you're around, they're like, wow, she paints with all the colors of the wind. But can you see wind? No. Does that mean that it doesn't exist? Wind very much exists. It does damage too. There is something maybe magical about you, and someone doesn't think it really exists because they can't see it with the naked eye. But it makes noise, right? Because wind definitely makes a presence. It makes itself known. And there's something about you that makes itself known, but people can't quite put their finger on it because they can't label it. They can't compartmentalize it. It's the sixth sense. It goes beyond. And on that note, I was also hearing The Fifth Element, which I have not seen, but I hear it's a great movie. But something about that movie, The Fifth Element, I do know it's kind of new agey, and there's like quirkiness and kind of like alienness, and like there's different. Now I'm hearing the three the three waves, which is Dolores Cannon. So the three waves of consciousness. So Fifth Element, again, I haven't seen it, but there could be something along the lines of people just operate in different modes of consciousness. So based off of your perceptions, how you're raised, your genetic expression, you're going to be different than your peer, than your sibling, because there's all different genetic expressions than your teacher, than people across the world, right? Okay, so also something about personifying the elements. I was also hearing, when I was hearing the lost and insecure, you found me. So someone here's lost and insecure, even though they are trying to act like they're not. Don't think I'm not. I was also hearing the song I'll find you, but in the end, I'll find you. So someone here is like, in the end, I'll find you. So someone here is like, in the end, we'll get back together because we belong together. Something about red cardinals. Cardinals usually mean like a passed over loved one is around. This can also be the personification of the elements. Someone here, their bloodline is trying to move them in a certain direction or away from something else. Something about rocks or bedrock, meet the Flintstones. Someone here could be someone who's like a naturalist or, animal-based diet, suntan, like being out in the sun, cold and hot therapy, living with the land, living off the land. Someone here could want a family like that. Also, N-U-N, none is death. That's transformation and rebirth. So something about, I don't know, there's just something with that. Keep it at that. Geese, Gemini energy is coming up, something maybe in Gemini's season. Bill or billards. Also the Sahara vultures I was hearing, so something about vultures in the desert. Again, in broad daylight, something is going to be seen. I think of like in the desert, you can't hide under trees. Like you can only hide by sticking your neck in the sand, but someone can see your body anyway. So someone here could literally be trying to like stick their head in the sand and be like, I'm hiding, but like everyone can see it. So someone is going to see something, it's going to cause demolition. Someone here could be demonstrating something. Also, I was hearing curmudgeon, which I think is curmudgeon to do. Curmudgeonly is like cranky, I think. I don't know. I was hearing curmudgeon. Also, the country coyote versus the city fox. There could be a country coyote here who likes line dancing, and there could be a city fox who likes white lines and other things. Also, though, I was hearing inline skates. So someone here, he was a skater boy. Also, though, dancer lines. Dancing, or are we human, or are we dancers? Someone here could have beautiful lines, they could dance, so someone here could have a lot of options, and someone here doesn't think that they could find someone who does both, or does all the things. Yes, you can. If you're multi-dimensional and multidisciplinary, guess what? There is another one like you. There are others like you. Like there is a pair. You do not have to settle for someone who's just this, or just that, or just this, when you're all of it. Because we are meant, God said we are ordained, we are meant to be equally yoked, which means you are meant to be with someone who does all the things when you do all the things, okay? So people who do all the things need to stop settling for people who are not doing all the things. Because not only are you stealing someone that is supposed to be with someone else by God, but you are literally betraying your own contract there. So also, when your biggest supporters are strangers, you know you're doing something right, and you know you're making it. Because when the people that you grew up with and the people, your family, your friends, are not your biggest supporters, you got trolls, okay? You got trolls in your circle. So someone here needs to cut them out. Also, someone here has been waiting their turn. So this is like being at a light and being like, oh man, I'm so far behind this light. I bet that light's gonna turn green and red like 10 more times before it's my turn. And then you blink and all of a sudden it's your turn. So someone here is waiting in line. Then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, whoa, it's my turn. And then you're like scrambling. So make sure you're prepared. Be prepared. I was also hearing Penelope, Penny, Pennywise. Every kiss begins with K. 444777, a London Fog, Nixon, Neil, Nick, Twix, Twyla, Downton Abbey, which I've not seen, athletes, D1 athletes, Regents, Regent Bank, if that's the thing, Reynolds, Rays, Roots, Foundation, Survivalism, Stability, and Code Red also kept coming through. Bless you.